As the question says, a man of mass m having a bag of mass m slips from the roof of a tall building of height capital H. That is, he falls from here and starts flying vertically when at a height h from the ground. He notices that the ground below him is pretty hard, but there is a pond at a horizontal distance x from line of fall. In order to save himself, he throws the bag horizontally with respect to himself in the direction opposite to the pond. Calculate the minimum horizontal velocity imparted to the bag so that the man lands in the water. If the man just succeeds to avoid the hard ground, where will the bag land? Now what's happening is this person was falling from here. At this point, he realizes that he should prefer to fall in the pond, so he throws the bag like this in order to have a fall like this. So he falls here in the pond while the bag goes somewhere else. Why he needed to throw this bag in the opposite direction was because there was no external force on the system, including this person, the bag, as well as the earth. Don't consider the gravitational forces out of the system here. Okay, because that was only in the vertical direction. Let me take the system of this bag and the person in the horizontal direction. There is no force in the horizontal direction, so there need to be no displacement in the center of mass in horizontal direction. So this center of mass is going to fall from here to here only. So let me work with that case only. If I assume this initial velocity, then it is going to be 0. So let us take the velocity at this point be v1. So here I can write down as v1 square minus 0 equal to twice of acceleration, which is g, and displacement, which is h minus h, giving me the velocity of v1 to be under root 2g h minus h. Now let us take, this was the trip from this here to here. Now let us take the trip from here to here, that is the h distance. If I take that velocity to be v, I can very easily write down v square minus, let us first take this capital H, okay? Then I can write down v square minus 0, that is initial, equal to 2 acceleration g and the displacement capital H, giving me the velocity v to be under root 2 g h. Now why I preferred this capital H over this small h was because it was far easier to find v with this whole of this journey, because I knew the displacement, I knew the acceleration, so simply I could find the velocity at the lowermost point. Now I know this velocity to be this, and let us employ the first equation of motion for this much of journey, that is the small h. So v equals to u plus at. We have the final velocity v to be under root 2 gh equals to u, which is under root 2g into h minus h plus acceleration into time, giving me the value of time to be under root 2gh minus under root 2g h minus h upon g. Now what I need to find out? I need to find out the distance where this bag lands. First, calculate the minimum horizontal velocity imparted to the bag. I need to find that minimum velocity. So let us first find that distance d where this bag falls. If I write down at d, that will be simply v into t, because there is no acceleration, and I know that mx equals to small m into d, and d is v into t. Why I wrote this x is because I am assuming this to be the minimum displacement, because I need to find out the minimum velocity, and this x is actually proportional to the v. So as x increases, v increases. So I am taking the minimum value of x, which is x here, to get the minimum value of v. So this gives me the value of v minimum, which is mx by mt, and putting the value of time from this equation into this, I get this v minimum to be mx root g upon small m into under root 2h minus under root 2 into h minus h. Moreover, I needed to find out where will the bag land for the minimum if this man succeeds to avoid the hard ground. So it was d only, that is v into t. So I get this to be mx by m. Now don't make this silly mistake of wasting your time by multiplying this v minimum with the time. Why don't you directly get this d from here? Because we know this capital M into x equal to small m into d. That is why we put this value of vt over here. So find out directly d from mx by m over here.